Overcoming the darkness in your life and replacing it with joy. That's what we're going to be talking about on today's video. Welcome back. My name is Dom and I help people to step into their truth and power. Today I am going to be sharing my coffee with you as we talk about overcoming the darkness in your life and replacing it with joy. And so there are times in life when something bad happens to create the most profound darkness you've ever experienced. Perhaps it's the loss of a job, or the loss of your health, or maybe a loved one passes. No matter what the experiences are, they take a toll on you, and there is a period of time where you may feel like you'll just never overcome it. A few years ago, I experienced my dad unexpectedly passing, and then a month later, losing my job of 18 years without receiving severance. I really had to anchor into my faith, telling myself, the bigger the chaos, the bigger the blessing. And I'm happy to share that there is so much truth in that saying. I truly believe that when we are experiencing a breakdown, that there is a breakthrough waiting around the corner for us. But that will only happen if we keep our head up so that we can see and receive the breakthrough. If we're not expecting the breakthrough, we'll never see it, and so therefore we'll never be able to receive it. These emotions and experiences from opposite ends of the spectrum work hand in hand to give us a real appreciation of the positive side of life. But just how do we overcome darkness and replace it with joy when the darkness seems unrelenting? Where it's one thing after another, where it feels like it's just one shit pile being put on top of another. Well, I've learned, and I'm happy to share with you, that the key is to really identify other things that bring you joy and peace in a way that you can serve others, but also that will infiltrate your dark space with those things. It is extremely powerful. So would it help you if I provided a few strategies that helped me conquer the darkness in my life? Would that help you? If it would, type "light up my life" in the comments below. Type "light up my life." Awesome. Strategy number 1, consume yourself with a new activity. There are likely many activities that you've never tried, but which could bring you an immense amount of pleasure. Sometimes doing something new is exactly what we need to take our mind off the negative state that we're living in and to find joy in something unexpected. So try your hand at a new hobby, something that is a little bit time consuming, but yet also enjoyable. Experiment living a little bit on the edge or as close to it as you possibly can by doing something really exhilarating and having a new experience. Maybe you've always wanted to bungee jump. Maybe you want to ride a motorcycle. Maybe you want to water ski or do some other type of exciting adventure. Maybe it's getting out and taking a car trip across the country without making any plans and just hopping in the car and seeing what the experience brings you. Whatever this is for you, go do it. Number 2, enjoy the company of others. Spending time with family and friends who support you and where you want to go is another great way to rehabilitate your state of mind and to ignite your soul to truly experience joy. Choosing to be with people who are on the same path as you to move forward in life and having them love you unconditionally offers so much support for you on the journey. Hang out with them more than usual, and in doing so, you'll start to experience healing from all of the positive energy that is around you. So do something together. Maybe something you've never done before, or something that you really enjoy doing. Or take a vacation to somewhere you've never been. Just plan a weekend where you and your peeps can just make a wonderful new memory together. Number 3, hold firm to your faith. I mentioned this earlier at the start of the video. It's very likely that your faith is what has brought you through the darkness and tough times thus far. Your faith in the Creator's ability to sustain you should never be overlooked. If you believe the Creator has kept you going through the worst moments of your life, there's really no reason to think you're going to be alone through the rest of it, right? In fact, we have a tendency to lean into our Creator to help us only in crisis and when we're feeling troubled. I want to really encourage you to develop a stronger, more mature relationship with your Creator by leaning into your Creator for all decisions. And not just leaning into it, but actually following through on where your Creator is leading you to go. Although sometimes challenging to do, I have found the experience to be so much more freeing, so much more surprising and joyful. Life just feels much more like an exciting adventure from day to day instead of a day-to-day grind. Number 4, think with your mind, not with your emotions. Feel with your emotions, not with your mind. Really make a conscious effort to separate thinking and reasoning in your mind from the feeling in the core of your being and your heart. There is a difference in how it feels in your body. There is. You will feel the difference in your body. When you're in your head, there is a lot of thinking and strategizing going on. Often there may be confusion of the mind, maybe some tension. You might even get a headache. You know you're in your mind. But when you're in your heart and soul, there is a feeling of certainty around things. Even if you can't explain the details of the how or why, this is where our mind will usually step in and stop us, because it begins asking the how questions or the why questions, and we're unable to answer those questions logically. So there is that part of you that begins to think you're actually crazy for following through on where your heart or soul is trying to lead you. Have you ever felt this way? Pay attention to this. There is something that you should be doing that you're not doing. And from my experience, having faith in and saying yes to where our heart and soul lead us, it is the most amazing experience to have. Experiences that we could not have created on our own. The right things will just come into your life with the right people at just the right time. There are just amazing synchronicities, and it's an amazing adventure and journey to actually experience. You'll get to see and experience how much goodness, too, there actually is in the world. When we don't do this, we often begin believing that nothing can work out. We have lots of questions and few answers, and it keeps us from really being able to move forward. Some of us get stuck in this space for a really long period of time, sometimes even years. I know, because I was stuck there in wanting to make a career change. I spent 10 years in that stuck place. These heart promptings, these soul promptings that we're being led to do, we have to feel into them in the core of our being for direction. And just focus on that next step it's asking us to take. We don't get the whole plan, we just get one step at a time. And then when we're done with that, allow our faith to lead us to the next step and repeat it again. It's when I leaned into the fear and stepped forward in courage that I began to break through the feeling of feeling trapped and stuck. And so I encourage you to become really curious. Apply some reasoning, only to learn from the circumstances which led you to your darkness. And use the same level of reasoning to get you to the brighter place you are holding a vision for, one step at a time. And so I'm curious, where is the darkness showing up in your life right now? What would you prefer to experience? Share that in the comments below. What would you prefer to experience? Share that in the comments below. I want to be able to inspire and encourage you to take the next step necessary towards what your heart and soul are leading you to do. And if this video was helpful to you in any way, please take a moment to pay it forward and share it online with someone like you who could benefit from receiving this information as well. It's my intention to have this information shared with as many people as possible right now, because I believe it's really what is needed for so many people in the world right now. And you'll be helping in doing this, in sharing the information. And lastly, I want to invite you to smash that subscribe button and bell to receive my newest videos as I release them in the coming days and weeks. And so as I finish up my coffee, until I get to connect with you again for my next video, stay well, stay healthy, and stay empowered.